I can't remember. I think it was Truus was telling you that they wanted to make sure that if they're going to start executing Nazi soldiers or people that were or Dutch that were turning against the resistance, that they needed some sort of moral code, because they didn't want to just go out and start killing people, just because they thought they needed to. Like, they wanted to have some sort of code where, and definitely correct me if I'm wrong, where they had to make sure that they confirmed the identity of the soldier or the person that was the target for that specific mission, and then
Sure.
and that's the only people that they could kill. And then there was one exception I remember, but maybe we'll talk about that in a moment. Maybe you could tell me more about that code.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, the Council of Resistance, so the armed resistance group, had again ties with the Communist Party. That's how the Oversteegen sisters got involved. And it was a small group of about 7 members. And then sometimes they worked together also with other local resistance group. But they would always have a meeting beforehand in which they all would decide who their next target would be. So mere membership of the NSB party, the Nazi party in the Netherlands, was not enough for someone to get killed. I mean, they really needed to be a traitor.
Right.
So the members really with the group decided who was going to be their next target. And then really the 3 girls, when they would liquidate or kill, because liquidating is just a nice word for killing.
Oh, right. That's the term they used, right?
Yeah, liquidate.
Okay.
Yes, a very nice euphemism, but of course
right.
it's just killing. They would always act in pairs, but then the 3 girls, they also formed a women's cell basically within the Council of Resistance, and they also developed their own code of ethics that they resolutely refused to take out any actions involving children, for example. So there was one instance where they were ordered to kidnap some high Nazis children, but they resolutely refused. They said, "No, we're not going to do that. I mean, it's not their fault." So
That's incredible, because I'd forgotten that the younger sister was as young as 14, and so you imagine now, kids of this generation being thrown into something like that, and how people, like, now we think, they're so young, they can't do this, they can't do that. But I think people thrown into extraordinary circumstances are very resilient if they have to find solutions. And that's what I kept thinking throughout this book. The one exception that I can't remember if it was Truus or Freddie, when she killed someone and I'll tell the story and you can correct me, because I told it to, I don't know, too many friends at this point, because it's so incredible. Because they would carry around guns, I believe, and there was a certain curfew in Holland or the Netherlands at that time, and so she was just crossing from one house to another, I believe, going home, and she saw an SS soldier, basically with a baby or a toddler in hand, with the parents standing nearby, and the officer was beating the toddler against a brick wall. Did I have that correct?
Yeah.
Like, that story
it was
really
a newborn baby.
shook me.
It's horrible.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And so
you're correct.
Was it Truus?
Yeah, that was Truus. Yeah.
Right. And then she took her gun there and shot the officer in the back of the head and ran away. But was that the only exception that they had made to their rule, or were there some other ones that maybe didn't make it into the book?
Yeah, that's the only one that I really know of.
Okay.
Because this was more like a very there was no assignment for this. This was just something that enraged Truus so much that she saw this SS guy with the baby, just killing the baby like a newborn, and like you said, the father was forced to watch, and this little sister as well, a toddler. And she was like, "No, I just had to do something." So she just went on and killed the SS soldier. So she was very, very fierce about that. Like, okay, that was not an assignment, but that is not something that I regret whatsoever.
Right. And